Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to go over the Kenneth Petty interrogation video, and I'm not going to go into details of it. I'm going to go into the inconsistencies that I noticed, and then I'm going to play the video, and you guys can check it out on your own, and you can point out any other inconsistencies that I may have missed. The video actually comes from Conscious TV. I did see it on Twitter, so, but I just wanted to shout out his name because I see his watermark on it. So um, let's go ahead and start with the inconsistencies. One was that Kenneth Petty had insinuated or said before that he was alone in the interrogation and didn't have his parents during the questioning. Now, if you understand what that would mean, is that he was trying to insinuate that, hey, I'm 14, which he had lied about when the police busted him. I'm 14, I'm a young guy. I went to the police. I didn't know what they wanted. I was scared. My parents weren't there. I didn't know what to say. I just started to say anything they wanted to hear so they could let me go. They badgered me. They were aggressive. They, put me in a corner, and I said something that I knew I didn't do, or I didn't speak the way I wanted to speak because my parents were not there. But guess what? His father was there. Father was there, said his name. Kenneth Petty acknowledged his father in the room and also said his name. So that was disputed. Um, then one other thing is that he claimed to be, like I just mentioned, 14 years old to the policeman when they busted him. And clearly he was not, because in interrogation, the lady asked him what his age is, and he said 16. And he was asked, why did you tell the policeman you said 14? He claims to say, hey, I didn't know what they wanted, so I just lied. Which doesn't make sense, because if you have nothing to hide or anything, if somebody asks you, what's your age? If a policeman asks you, what's your age? I'd be like, I'm this and this and that. I mean, if you don't know what to say or you start acting different, then that's clearly that you got something to hide. But what I know that was is that Kenneth was trying to say that he was 14. Jennifer was about 16. Because Kenneth, they were about the same age, about 16. And he was trying to make it seem like a 16-year-old had sex with me. I'm the victim because I'm 2 years younger. I'm pretty much barely in my formative age, so I'm innocent. And the thing is, they knew that that was not true. So when they brought him in, they did question him on it again. So you can see Kenneth was he was younger. It was 16 at the time, but he was very calculated, and he was telling lies, and the confidence he tried to have. But you can tell as a grown person that he was just lying through his teeth. Another thing was that Jennifer was not white, and this was something that he lied to also Nicki Minaj, not only just to the public, but he lied to Nicki Minaj to the point where she bought into it and used to go on several rants on Queen Radio talking about, but white is right. This lady is trying to, put down the black man and all of this and that and take advantage of him and use the system and use her white privilege so that she can, destroy this man. And come to find out, Jennifer has black in her, and Nikki is also Indian and has black in her. So technically, they're pretty much the same. You know, we're kind of like different in the sense where you have different countries, different, you know, races or nationalities, but at the end of it, when you're mixed with black, I personally consider you black, especially if you want to identify yourself as that. You would just look silly not wanting to identify yourself as that, especially if you're not really white. But I mean, I don't blame you if you feel like you're dark skinned and want to say you're white. I mean, it's going to look different. But everyone is entitled to what they say. So I say if somebody identifies as black and they have black in them, I am more than willing to accept them because it's obvious. You can see it. And just because one person is more light skinned than the other, or one person has more races in them than the other does not make them any different. So let's go right into the interrogation video. Make sure you point out any other inconsistencies. Thank you for watching.
And it's September 16th, 1994. The time is approximately 8:51 p.m. We are in the 106 precinct on the second floor in Queens County. Present in the room is Police Officer Paul Booth, video technician Robert Bernard. Your name, sir?
Julian Petty.
Mr. Petty, and your name?
Kenneth Petty.
Okay. My name is Paula Aylward. I'm an assistant district attorney. I work at the Queens County District Attorney's Office. I understand that you wish to speak to me regarding an incident which occurred at 123-40 Inwood Street in Queens. But before I speak with you, I want to read you your rights.
Yes.
Now, I understand Officer Booth has spoken to you before
Yes.
in the presence of your mother and your father. Is that correct?
Yes.
What's your mother's name?
Annette Petty.
And this is your father who's seated here?
Julian Petty.
Okay. And Officer Booth read you your rights previously?
Yes.
And you made certain statements to him at that time?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Petty, you were asked to sign the memo book?
Yes, I was.
And you did so?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Petty, you have the right to remain silent and refuse to answer questions. Do you understand what I have just said?
Yes.
Anything you do say may be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand what I have just said? You have the right to consult an attorney before speaking to the police or to me, and to have an attorney present during any questioning, now or in the future. Do you understand what I have just said?
Yes.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you without cost. Do you understand what I have just said?
Yes.
If you do not have an attorney available, you have the right to remain silent until you have an opportunity to consult with one. Do you understand what I have just said?
Yes.
Now that you have been advised of your rights, are you willing to talk to me and to answer questions?
Yes.
Okay, as I said, I understand you want to talk about an incident which occurred at 123-40 Inwood Street in Queens today on September 16th, 1994. What do you wish to say about that?
It didn't occur there.
What?
I saw the girl on the boulevard of Rockaway Boulevard. I was walking down the block. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning for school. And I went to wake my uncle up for work. So as I was coming back, I bumped into this girl named Jennifer. And her friend was walking. It was a male friend. And I know him. He's my friend. So we talking, and she was just sitting there. So after that, I just left. And I went back to my house. So I went to sleep. And my uncle had left and went out to work without locking the door. So the next thing I know, police was up in my face, talking about I had raped somebody, and I did not rape nobody.
Okay, you saw Jennifer today?
Yes.
And who was she with?
She was with this boy named I think his name was, what's his boy name? I know him too.
Well, let's start with how you know him. How do you know him?
Oh, we used to play basketball in the park.
And do you know where he lives?
Okay. Just a regular it was like a tournament in 150th Park. And he used to be on the opposite side of the team, and we used to, just play.
Okay, you can't remember his name? You
I
have to answer out loud.
know his face. I know his face when I see him. But I know his face when I see him, but I'm not sure. But I know his first name is what's his first name? I think it's Donovan. Donovan is something like Donovan.
Okay. If you think of his
like
name,
that.
you can let me know
Yes.
while we're talking. You have to answer out loud because the microphone is here to
alright.
pick up everything you say. So you saw her about what time this morning?
Like around 8:30 in the morning.
And where was it you first saw her?
I was at the store. Then I saw her at the bus stop going to school.
Okay. And both times was she with this person, Donovan or Donnie?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you say or do?
I said something to him about basketball. And then I said something to her. And she got smart, like, what? And I was like, nothing, just leave it as that. And I just kept on walking. Because, no longer than, a year ago, this happened, again, like this.
What happened?
I had, you know what I'm saying? I had sex with her, put it like that. And something went down, like last year. And she was like, she just don't want to mess with me no more. And I must have said something wrong, got my face today that must have made her upset enough for her to call rape on me. Because I did not touch that girl, man.
Well, you had sex with her before, you said.
Yes.
When was that?
Last year.
And did you have a relationship?
Yeah, it was a little relationship, you could say.
Like how long?
It was like 2 months, 3 months.
Okay, and what happened when that relationship ended?
We just stopped speaking. She had went down south, and I had went down south, and we both coming back this year.
Okay, how did you break up? Was it were you friends still, or you weren't friends, or what?
She was messing with this other guy, and he got killed on Rockaway Boulevard. This kid named Corey she was messing with. He got killed by somebody, I don't know. The next thing you know, she just felt like, like something was wrong. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave you alone, You feel you need your time, your other friend you had, you was messing with him, he had died, you feel, messed up, so I ain't even going, go through it like that.
That's what caused you two to break up?
Yes.
A year ago? And did you see each other during the course of this year?
Yeah, we saw this year. We saw a lot. So almost like every day as she was going to school. Because I was supposed to be going to get enrolled too.
Where?
At John Adams.
Okay, but you're not enrolled yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how was it today? How was it when you saw her? What kind of conversation or whatever did you have?
It wasn't no real conversation because I was talking to my with name Donovan, I think Donnie. We was talking about the basketball, how we was gonna try to go. I was gonna get up in the school and try to play for them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, she just came out her face and said something, and I said something to her, like, you know what I'm saying? And that was that. I walked.
What did she say?
I think she said, you ain't gonna get up in the school looking like that. And I think I said something like, what? And then I just left. I know. Well, hold up. No, I said. As a matter of fact, I said, I hope you're not going nowhere where I think you're not going. Because she was with him. And I was like, all right. So I just left. And I went to my house like, it was like no longer than a half an hour later. Probably so, because I was asleep. And I was looking at the time, and I went to sleep and woke up. It was a light in my face. And I'm like, hey, let me get my shirt. You know?
And that was when the police were there?
Mm-hmm.
You'd say it was a half hour after you saw her?
It had to be. Like a half hour out.
Do you remember what she was wearing?
She had to have on some green pants, a white shirt, and kind of sneakers. She had on some Fila sneakers, be exact, and a little blue and something color bag on her shoulder.
Okay, what were you wearing?
This what I got on right now.
You were wearing this Apache T-shirt when you saw her, and shorts. Are those shorts?
Gag shorts.
And sneakers. Okay, and now you live at 12340 Inwood Street. How long have you lived there?
All my life.
And which one is your bedroom in that house?
Right upstairs. Right as soon as you walk upstairs, right there. My aunt sleeps right there, and I sleep right there.
Okay. Was your aunt home today?
No, she had just left.
Was anybody else home when the police came?
No, my uncle had. That's how the door was open. The door was supposed to have been locked, but my uncle went to work and he don't have no keys. So when he come out to lock it, so he just left the door open. You can even ask him. Nobody was in that house.
Okay, and he left the door open when he left.
Yeah.
Okay, and now, did you have sex with Jennifer today? You have to answer out loud.
No.
When was the last time you had sex with her?
Last year.
Okay.
93.
Did you have sex with anyone today?
No.
In that room, did you have a girl in your house today?
No.
You didn't bring any girl to that house?
Nope.
Okay, so if somebody said they saw you bring somebody to that house, they would be mistaken?
Mm-hmm.
Today?
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you had a girl in that house?
See, it's a long time because really my grandma just went down south with somebody that passed. One of my aunts and stuff. She don't allow no girls in there.
Okay, where did you and Jennifer have your relationship when you were having a relationship?
Oh, it was at my other friend's house.
Where is that?
I think it was on 147 on Rockaway Boulevard.
And what's that friend's name?
Jamel.
And you and Jennifer would go to Jamel's house?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you had sex?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever go to her? You have to answer out loud.
Yes.
Did you ever go to her house?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you ever go to her house and have sex there?
No.
Okay. Did you ever bring her to your grandmother's house and have sex there?
No.
Never?
Never.
Okay. Now, when the Officer Booth saw you today and he asked you how old you were, you told him you were 14.
Mm-hmm.
You have to answer
yes.
that. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 16.
So, You lied when you told him you were 14?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't know what was going on, man.
When was this?
Today.
Okay, what do you mean you didn't know what was going on?
I didn't know what was going on. Why should I tell him everything when I don't even know what's going on? I'm trying to ask him a question, and he like, how old are you? You know, I was like, I'm 14.
Okay, but you're stating that you did nothing wrong today, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you lied when he asked you how
Yes,
old you
I
were.
did lie, yes.
Okay. And you've been arrested before?
Yes.
And you know that they ask you those questions
Yes.
for certain reasons?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. How long have you known Jennifer?
Ever since preschool, daycare center.
Okay. And just to clarify, what's her last name?
It's her last name. I think it's Brits. Jennifer. Wait up.
Is it How?
How?
Hough? Does that sound familiar?
How?
You don't know. Okay. Let me ask you something. So you've seen her just about every day
Yes.
over since you broke up, as you say?
Yes.
And when you've seen her just about every day, when would
Yes.
you see her and where?
I would see her either coming from school or going to school. Cause she's a nice girl. She doesn't do nothing but go in the house, does her homework. You know, cause I used to be with her sometimes, helping her do her homework, going to the library and stuff.
Okay. And did you ever see her with people or
Yeah,
alone?
she used to be with people.
Okay. And did you have conversations with her on those other mornings you'd see her?
Yes.
And today was just like any other morning when you saw her?
Yes.
And you mostly talked to her friend and not even to her?
Yeah.
Just about?
Yeah.
So when you left, were you mad?
No.
No. And when she left, did she seem mad?
I don't know.
How did she seem when she left?
She's really, I can't tell you because I did not look back to look at her.
Okay. Now, are you working right now?
No.
Okay. And I need to know, you were wearing these shorts and a t-shirt.
Yes.
Were you wearing any undershorts?
Yes.
Okay. What type? Boxers or?
Boxers.
Okay. Do you have them on still?
Yes.
The same ones?
Yes.
All right. The officer's going to need to take those and voucher them as well for
Yes.
evidence, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he'll do that when we finish this interview.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Now, you recall before when your mother was still here, she gave you a form, a consent form to go into the house and to look for certain properties.
Yes.
Do you recall that?
Yes.
All right. And do you remember reading this and signing your name at the bottom?
Yes.
And is this your signature over here?
Yes.
Okay. And do you recall your mother reading it and signing her name over here?
Yes.
Okay. Can you get this, Bob? Yeah? Okay. And your mother went over with the police officer and with me to the house. And in the bedroom in which you sleep, did you keep a knife in there?
Yes, there's little things and dishes in there.
Okay. And what's the knife in there for?
The downstairs is messed up.
What do you mean?
The kitchen is messed up. It's like we got all the cups and stuff is in our room basically.
Okay. And there was a knife in there?
Yes.
And it was on the dresser?
Nah, it was in a little bucket. It should be a little bucket on my dresser with a whole bunch of pots and a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay. Now, this one. Yeah, do you have something? No, I'll use a piece of paper.
You want this? Like this?
No, I got this. Is this the knife that was in your room?
Yes.
Okay. And on your dresser?
Yes.
Okay.
It shouldn't have been on my dresser though.
Can you get that?
Hold it tilted, sorry. Got it.
And do you wear contacts? No? Does your aunt?
Yes.
Okay. And do you recognize this bottle?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Where do you recognize that from?
What I recognize it from?
Yeah.
From my aunt.
Okay. In your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Turn. No, it's the other way.
Now, why would, if you and Jennifer have been friends for years, why would she say something like this?
No idea, man.
You have no idea?
None whatsoever.
And I just want to show you some photographs that were taken over at your house. These are Polaroid photographs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12. There are 12 of them. And this one shows the bottle of eye lotion on the dresser. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes.
Is that from your room?
Yes.
Okay. And this one shows one side view of your room.
Yes.
Look, and this part is your bed right here?
Yes.
Okay, and that blanket was on the bed?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you can get these. And this is another, looking at the dresser
Yes.
with the radiator on the side of your room.
Yes.
Okay. And that's your room?
Mm-hmm.
And why don't I show them all to you and ask you, is this your room?
Yes.
Does that show the beds and the blankets that were on the beds today?
Yes.
Okay. Is this your room?
Yes.
That shows the beds and some clothes and a dresser? This shows the beds in that room?
Yeah.
With the blankets? Okay. And this shows the room where the telephone is, the dresser, the television?
Yes.
Is that your room? You have to answer out loud.
Yes.
And this shows the dresser with the mirror above it and the different items on that dresser?
Yes.
Is that from your room?
Yes.
And this shows the two beds with the blanket. It shows over looking towards the window.
Dishes, right?
And
yes.
It shows dishes in the front and the television in the background.
Yes.
That's your room?
Yes.
And this shows a pot with some dishes and a knife
Yes.
on your dresser?
Yes.
And that's from your room?
Yes.
Okay, and this one showing the blankets on your bed?
Yes.
Or your aunt's bed? Which one is that?
Let me see. Hold on.
They're close together, right? They're two single beds pushed together?
No, this is my bed right here, I think, 'cause that's my clothes over there.
All right. And do you have a handgun?
No.
No? All right. Do you recognize that item that was beneath the mattress of your bed?
I think it's something that my uncle used, like a tool, something he put in there.
This here? Okay, that's not a handgun case?
No.
And where does your uncle live in that house?
My uncle doesn't live in that house.
All right. But was he there this morning and then left the door open? That's a different uncle?
My uncle's down south.
Okay. So who was it you were saying left today?
Oh, my other uncle that worked, that lived downstairs now.
How many people live in that house?
4.
Okay. Officer, do you have any questions? Do you want to say anything else about this?
No, ma'am.
No? Is your nickname Kazoo?
No.
No? You didn't tell the officer that that was your nickname?
No.
When you saw Jennifer today, did you notice any bruises on her?
No.
No? Okay. I have nothing further.
The time is 9:11 p.m.